Hi, everybody. This is Mike Waugh. I'm just chiming in to report to you on my findings about the connection between reading and writing, which was one of the topics that was listed. I've always been fascinated by this connection, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I found. So, one of the articles that I read was by Nancy Patterson. It was a very short one that was on the NCTE website. And she addressed something that I found very interesting because I'm always thinking about how to develop a culture of reading and writing in my room that's exciting and lively and where the kids they want to engage in it, they want to engage with it and have fun. So one of the things that she said was that creative writing in response to reading should be something that we encourage and do more of. And she said that trying to do more formulaic writings after students read a text denies what she called the transactional nature between reading and writing. Um, and that got me thinking because oftentimes I'm thinking, okay, look, academic rigor requires analysis and those types of things, those types of essays in response to something like the Scarlet Letter, right, or Brave New World, or whatever it is that we're doing in class. Um, but it did occur to me that creative writing in response to the readings would actually necessitate some of the higher order thinking skills that we often want kids to do um, when they're writing. And it made me think of the assignments that usually I've stayed away from. I have some materials where there are some writing options, right? Write a letter to the character, or write an alternate ending, or even the ability or the task of having them write some fan fiction, maybe their own stories based on the characters and the world that they've explored. Um, and I think I might actually try to encourage more of that in my room, both to improve their writing and to improve their reading comprehension, because it does seem in some of the other studies I've read on this subject that there is definitely a correlation between gaining in comprehension and in certain writing tasks. Um, it also made me think of J.K. Rowling, who has been really big on letting her fans explore her world through their own works. I mean, I think there was some minor issues with that, as some people tried to take the world of Harry Potter and make it their own, but. Um, I do think it's been a wonderful experience for a lot of kids to who really loved the world that she created to take that world further, and they probably became much better readers and writers for doing that. So I think I'm going to try instructionally to do that and to include more of those creative writing opportunities in response to their reading, and I think that that might actually produce some of the writing that we want to see, the improved writing that we want to see, because they'll be more directly trying to emulate what they have read, which is the thing I think that is the most important aspect of that connection, the most obvious correlation. I didn't have a lot of success with some of the other links, so I went afield and did some research. And I read two articles, one by Sandra Stotsky, who summarized studies on the relationship between reading and writing, and another one by Allison, I think it was Harl. Um, the findings in these studies were very interesting to me, in part because they seem to say, and I just check my notes here if I'm getting this right, that uh, writing activities aimed at improving comprehension or retention were significant. And I think Harl also in her studies pointed to that. Um, and so that made me think again of the what Nancy Patterson was saying in terms of the creative writing responses to certain texts. What Stotsky and Harl pointed out, though, was that there's not as a direct correlation between reading and writing as one might think. So, if you have specific writing instruction that's meant to improve writing, we shouldn't expect that to improve reading. There's really nothing in the studies that show that to be true. Um, and that actually made me think of some translation activities we sometimes do with the kids. Right, if I have them translate a segment of the Scarlet Letter over into more modern day parlance, is that really something that they're going to benefit from? Anyway, I'm still thinking about that and thinking about that in relation to what I read. Um, anyway, I did see that there was a big emphasis on the idea that um, grammar and those types of things is actually better improved by reading. And so more reading helps that, and that's something also of interest to me. I'm coming up on 7 minutes here, so I'm going to stop it there. But there were a lot of really neat things I ran into. Thanks for watching.